All right. This is going to be a long video, but hopefully a good video. So, whenever you back up a device like your phone, your I don't know, you should be backing up your devices basically. Like if you have a phone or a laptop or I don't know, a game console even, um, or what have you, if you're like me, you have tons of tech devices, you want to back them up because there's no guarantee that the data on that drive, whether it's solid state or an old fashioned hard disk, isn't going to degrade or get lost or damaged or corrupted. And that can happen. I've seen it happen. So I would like to back up my data. Now, I'd also like to be the kind of person who just regularly backs up their data, but I'm still working on that. But like, it's very possible to do with Google. You just go into your account and you say, "Hey, I'd like to download all of my data." Or on Facebook, you say, "I want an export of my data," and then you wait a few days, or now it's even less, and you can download it. And you can figure out how to deal with it yourself, whether you want to overwrite your previous backups or not. But at least it's an option. Okay, now here's the problem. Let's say you have an iPhone, because in the past, iPhones were generally better than Android devices in terms of reliability and how stable they were. Maybe not in terms of features, but in terms of reliability, I don't even think it's an argument that they were better. But nowadays, I can't really tell the difference, and I'm probably going to migrate to an Android device because, especially this, backing up an Apple device, backing up an Apple device is painful, and it's just not obvious to me how it's done. It feels like this really weird, strange happening that you're not in control of. When you plug in a Android device, for example, you can just straight up open it up, go to all of the folders, and back up whatever you want. They also have cloud backup options, but on Apple, it seems like the iCloud backup is your only option, and accessing the data within that backup is not very easy. Now, you can also back up via iTunes. You can make these like encrypted backups of your phone, but you have to restore it onto that phone. You can't just browse it. You don't really have your data the way you want. It's a huge pain. So, we're going to open up some links here, um, and we're just going to kind of go through it, and we're going to figure this out. Now, I don't have a Mac. Well, I do, but it's really old, so we're not going to use that. So we're gonna have to do this on Windows. So that's another thing. If you have a Mac, it might be a little bit easier. And there's Time Machine as well. I'm curious on how Macs are even backed up themselves, but let's just see. Okay, Time Machine allows you to back up, so you can connect a storage device to use for your backups. You select it, back up manually. Makes hourly backups, daily backups, and weekly backups for all previous months. The oldest backups are deleted when your backup disk is full. Oh wow, so it's just basically creating copies of like the whole thing over and over again, I guess. Or perhaps it's done more intelligently. This is Time Machine for the Mac though. It's not really our concern today. All right, let's say you have a Mac that you're rich enough to do that. How to back up your iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch with your Mac. If you back up your iPhone, you'll have a copy of your information to use in case your device is ever, yes, okay. So with this one, it's the same thing as on Windows, really, it looks like. You're just on iTunes. I think even if you don't encrypt the backup, you still don't get to browse it and access it. But anyway, at least not on Windows, you don't get that option. Trust me, I've tried. So there you go, and you can restore your device from a backup. That's great, but what about your stuff that you wanted to save and get off of there? Okay, how to back up your iPhone or iPad with iCloud. Connect to your Wi-Fi network. Go to settings. Tap iCloud. Tap iCloud backup. Tap backup now. There you go. You have to assume that they've done the work for you and that it's just somehow safe on there. I know you can browse some of your stuff, but it's not really easy, and it's not really yours, is it? Because it's not on your computer. And it's all like, oh, did you want to download a copy to this computer? It's like you just don't feel in control of your data ever, um, which is really annoying. This is the same thing on Windows that you did on the iTunes. So what I'm really wondering now, I guess my question isn't how do I back up the device, it's how do I uh, so we know how to save photos. I could show you that. It's really easy. You just connect the phone. You can actually do that and just move them off of there fairly easily. That's the one thing you can do. But let's say you want to save messages. You want to save your messages on iPhone. That's not terribly easy, and it's eating up a lot of space on my iPhone. Okay. Well, let's open up some of these and see how easy it is to save text messages. I'm guessing not that easy. Don't know what these websites even are. I think that's enough. All right. 1. Backup iPhone text messages to iCloud. That's great, but you have to pay for iCloud. You have to pay for iCloud, and it's annoying. Back up iPhone text messages to iCloud. And even if you did back them up, like, what are you going to do? How are you going to access them? Do they even have a way to do that other than just scrolling through? Like, it's not convenient. Backup iPhone text messages to iCloud by syncing iPhone with Mac. I know they're going to share their product soon here, but their product probably is better than all of these options. Backup text messages, iPhone to Gmail. What? You can also export text messages from iPhone for free to Gmail as a backup option. Gmail, yeah. Okay, go to settings on iPhone, tap messages, then hit text message forwarding tab under messages. Enter your Gmail ID. This option can also be useful to sync iPhone text messages with other devices. So it looks like all future messages might get forwarded to your email, which is, it's not nothing, but it's not really what I want. Okay, and yeah, this is the same thing on iTunes. Conclusion. So you can download this thing that I'm sure you have to pay for at some point, but it looks like it would allow you to actually browse your stuff. I've seen these before. They're out there. You know, you can download them and actually browse your files and save them. Now, there's not a feature for exporting a conversation at all. Okay. No. How to save an entire text conversation. Open the text chain you wish to preserve and hold a finger down on one of the texts. Tap more. Copy? What? Seriously? There's an entire article about how to do this? This is not a great way to save anything. I'm glad you can do it, but no. This is the same thing. That's all. You just tap all of them. I can't tap through 50 gigabytes without that crashing. 5 tips to save iPhone text messages to computer. Okay. If taking screenshots will work for your needs. Oh boy. Back up your iPhone. Yeah, we know. Run decipher text message. There you go. Use a third-party program. This is what you basically have to do. Apple has made it so there is no other way other than iCloud, and iCloud, to my experience, is not that great at saving your stuff. Like, nobody talks about this, but it's like, it's saved somewhere. I don't know. You hope, and you just never look at it again. But is it really saved? And why can't you just export your own stuff? Like, if they're so focused on your data and privacy, you know, like, why can't you export your conversations like in a file? You can even encrypt it. I don't know. Email the password. Maybe don't email the password, but you know what I mean. Why is this? Why is this so hard? So this one looks a little bit older and sketchier. So it looks like the only way to do this right now is mobile trans, I guess. So let's look at it. What does this thing do? The best secure phone-to-phone transfer solution. I don't want to do phone-to-phone. I just literally want to save my data from my phone. And it's not freaking possible. Like, am I just dumb? Or is this a thing that you just can't do? Because I feel like nobody talks about it. Alright, so I don't know if this is the best solution. But let's see what we can do with this. All right, backup and restore WhatsApp business data, 18 types of data, including messages, contacts, photos, and more. I don't care about WhatsApp at all, but okay. So I think that they let you download like and browse stuff. I would try it and hope that I could return it if it didn't do what I wanted. Full features. Okay, we don't need that. We just need the backup and restore. 1 year or perpetual. Like or free trial. You can you can move. Wait, what? Oh, export to computer. 20. Wait, what? Phone transfer. So unless you buy the full features, you can only export 20 free photos and videos to your computer. That's absolutely stupid, but whatever. That's not why we're here anyway. We're here to back up. Let's see, get phone backup. This isn't even entirely clear. I know I'm just hating on stuff right now, but there really isn't a good way to do this. I don't even think buying this is gonna get us where we want. Let's try searching something else. How to export iMessages to text file. Okay, just something like that. Yeah, the Washington Post had an article about this, but that is not a great way to do it. Like, they're literally saying you have to scroll the entire length of the chat and tap every single blurb. How to save iMessage conversations as a PDF. It's probably the same thing. Yep. Uh, it's just not a great way. You can export your entire message history. Okay, hold on. Alright, Life Hacker, show us the way. When you want to back up your iMessage chats, iCloud is a severely limited option. Yeah, it's good for syncing your chats across devices to avoid sudden data loss, but that's about it. Anyone who has ever tried to find a particular message from years back, yeah, exactly. It's not great. Okay, third-party apps to export iMessage data. iMazing or Keepster. With both of the, well, we'll look into these. Oh, not two of them. With both of these apps, you'll have to connect because I don't like the other one as much that we looked at. You'll have to connect your iPhone to your Mac or PC and back up a text. Okay, Keepster lets you convert your messages into a book. Um, Whatever. I don't know. This is one of the harder things to do with is messages. So it's, that's why I'm focusing on this. But there's other things like voice memos, notes, all that they're like there's ways to back them up through third parties, and they're all different and hard and a pain in the ass. Try a dedicated iMessage exporter. If all of your iMessages are also available on your Mac, and they're not, and you're okay with dipping into terminal commands, you should try iMessage exporter. This program will export just about any iMessage data you have, including saved audio messages, Apple Pay records, edit. Damn, that's awesome. And like, I could definitely use the terminal, and so can you, by the way. Okay, if you're scared of the terminal, don't be. It's just, it's not hard. It's just not a GUI, but it's okay. You're just typing in some commands. I would love to do this. I guess I could go find somebody with a Mac and borrow their Mac so that I can export all of my iMessages. That's an option. That's great. But I don't currently have a Mac that's new enough to do that. And I don't even know for sure if you could get all of your iMessages on the Mac, like how to force that, you know? So this is really cool though that you can do that. All right. I'm happy about that, but I don't have a Mac. So now what? Um, well, your personalized books. All right. We're gonna focus on this one then. iMazing. Okay. Save iPhone messages. Easily export your iPhone text messages or attachments to your computer. Simply transfer them to a new phone. This is what we want. And then wait, and prove your point in court. Um, I I don't need it for that, but that's really interesting that that's on the front page. I think that's why people use this apparently. Like, I can't believe he said this. Attachments matter too. Oh my, breathtaking view. It's so beautiful here. I wish you could be with me right now. Not. I'm actually here with Chad, my new boyfriend, and you're going to have to screenshot this and show it in court or something. Anyway, this is really nice though. Look at all these options for doing this. This is great. So there's iMazing, and maybe we can buy that and try it out at least. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't know if I already have it. I probably don't. 3 devices, or you can do unlimited devices for $64.99 per year, and I assume you can just cancel it and do a shit ton of them. Excuse me, a lot of them, you know, all at once, and then cancel that. So it's not that much money for what it's offering. Um, it's still a pain in the butt. Okay, but let's look at, is there a way to like a Python script to move iMessages to computer? Is there a way to do anything like that? No. I guess my question is, how does this product work? Like, how are they able to go in to the iPhone and access all of that data and move it? Like, what's under the hood? How are they able to look at it, you know? And could we look at it potentially? Probably not. You probably need to like reference the encryption key on the iPhone like a lot or something. Um, so there may be a way if you're a computing god. I picked Python because it's an easy language, but this is not really what I want. Uh, let's try another search. There we go. We're back. Okay, I bumped my mic. Um, how to access iPhone file system. Let's see. The only iPhone files you can access on the PC via the File Explorer are photos. To access other files, you need to install iTunes. But even then, I'm pretty sure I've done that, and you can't save everything you want. Okay, let's see what happens. You're connecting to iTunes, yay. File sharing? That's new to me. Select an app from the list, select a file, and hit save. Well, let's look at this picture here. I'm pretty sure messages counts as an app. That's what we'd like to save the most. And they're like, no, you can only save these ones that we picked out for you. I mean, look at that. That's not a whole lot. I'm sure this person has other apps. Okay, then there's iCloud, where if you upload everything to iCloud, maybe you can save it there. But this is not great. Yes, you can access your photos with File Explorer. That's great. And that's it. Still need iTunes, which is fine. You could jailbreak your iPhone. There's an option. I don't think most people want to do that just to back their stuff up and have easy access to it. So it looks like this has a monopoly on what we actually want to do. It's probably worth doing, but uh, it's a pain in the butt to have to do this. So anyway, this is just me complaining mostly and telling you that if you have a Mac, you might be able to do stuff like this. Otherwise, you can use this. Otherwise, you're stuck with iCloud and you're not doing anything else. And that's that. So that kind of sucks, but here we are.